Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and our review of Clans of Midgard. So this is a something and right game. What would you call this?
Roll and write, but you also have area majority, area control type game. You have some, I guess, I can't remember. Do you have, I don't think it has any take that aspects of the game, but.
Not really, I wouldn't really think so.
Set collection to slay the monsters.
Yeah.
So
basically, we played a two-player game. So in a two-player game, you do need a dummy hand, and you only use that hand during the part where you're placing the Valkyries, for the Valkyries, correct? Or no, the, what do you call this thing? The clans. So that's when you deploy your warriors. So you start out in a two-player game. You will deal 8 cards plus a dummy hand of 8 cards. You're going to draft these. So you'll pick one, you'll keep going back and forth, and then once everyone has drafted their cards, then you put them all out in front of you, face up, and you're going to simultaneously mark your sheet based on what's on your cards. So some things you're going to be looking for are the Valkyries, the offerings, the letters, the clans. You want to look here. The clan that you support the most, so the clan that you have the most cards with that icon of, is the clan that you support. So quickly, I support both the birds and the pigs. I have 3 of each. So then you go by the hierarchy. It goes bird, then snake, then pig, then wolf. So bird is the one that would be who I'm supporting because they're the highest on the hierarchy. So you see on the bird, they have these icons that match the icons on the map. So during that phase, you will put one of your cubes on each of those spots on the map, and that represents your warriors, how many warriors you have out for this round. Your warriors will stay from round to round until there is a battle on that land. You're also going to be paying attention to, I already said the letters, but this number in the middle is your glory. Each round, you need to get more glory than you got on the previous round to be able to record a score. Otherwise, you just have to score 0. So hopefully you get low glory in the beginning and go higher throughout. I got 2 rounds I was able to score, but after I got 11 in my second round, I was not able. I kept getting 11 every round. I wasn't able to get one more. It was really difficult. He started out high. He started out at 9 and then a 12. And then, of course, he was done. He never got higher than a 12 after that. It's really hard to get over 11 or 12. So when you're drafting, you're going to be paying attention to all this. You can look at the cards you've already drafted. You just don't want to show those to others until the drafting phase is over.
Okay, this part is to collect, it's pretty much like
the offerings.
The offerings.
And I didn't go over that yet. At the beginning of the round, there's phase 1 and phase 2. I forget what they're called. Age 1 and age 2. In a 2-player game, you're going to have 2 1s and 2 2s on top of each other. There's 4 rounds. This game's played over 4 rounds. So the first god up is Freya. So whoever has the most offerings, most cards with offerings, will win the god. If there's a tie, it's the one with the highest score. So, I got yours upside down. So we did actually tie, didn't we, in this instance. So we each had 2. So Anthony's highest number besides his offering is a 5, mine's a 4. So Anthony would get that god to put in his area. This one, the first time you would mark 0 glory because you did not collect more than the previous round. Flip Freya over and score half your collected glory rounded up. So she will help you during the glory, when you're recording your glory, for one time only. Some of them are ongoing, like for instance this one, game end. Thor is worth 2 victory points for each god you have, including Thor. So, game end, Vor is worth victory points equal to the sum of your highest scoring completed letter row and column. And before marking Drakkar, which is the little boats that you get to mark on your sheet, deploy warriors equal to the number of offerings you made. Deploy each to a territory of your choice, and only on the round Hindal is claimed. So you could see some of them are game ends. Some of them, he had one I think that was ongoing, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then some of them are a one-time only. So there's several of the gods. There's 5 of each age. So it could vary what you get. So what you do after you did your drafting, you're going to go through and start wherever you want. Just make sure you mark every section and you don't miss anything, because it's kind of a honor system and you don't really have anyone helping you, so you just want to make sure you get everything. So you want to mark all your letters. If you don't already have, good, this is blank. So you can see this is how the sheet looks when you start. So you've got A through X. You're trying to complete rows or columns, and you can see the numbers at the end. So as you complete a row, you're going to circle the number, and at the end of the game, you're going to be adding all the circle ones up for the letters. Then you've got your
Boats.
Valkyries. So for every boat you have, and there's some that have 2 boats on them on the bottom of each of your cards, you get to mark any of these boats off. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, they have these little, those are basically mean place a warrior. So
In the majority area.
And it's in that area. So say I marked my very first Valkyrie, you automatically get to put a warrior on the pinkish one, purple. So if I mark that, I get to put one out there. So you're just going to mark those as how you see fit, and you could see strategically mark enough to get several of your cubes out there. Then you have the
slaying.
Yeah, the slaying. That's the monsters. So for each pair you have, or for a pair, sorry, of that monster. So this one, if you have a pair of that one, it's worth 2 points. If you have a pair of the squids, it's worth 6. This guy, I don't know what he is. He's only worth 3. A pair of this bird thing is worth 4. So
Octopus.
Technically, you could get 15 points if you had a pair of all 4 of them, and you only get those one time. From as far as you only get. We never got more than 1 pair anyway. I don't think. So you score those, and you put your score for the total you have that you collected 2 of. The glory is, like I said, this purple number in the middle inside the circle. It has to be higher than the number in the previous round, so you know you're going to get it the first round, and you hope you're getting it after. The territories, so that goes into the battling. So if you have a bunch of cubes out here, you're going to... Okay, so you start with the lowest. So there's only 2 cubes. You see this number 3. That means you have to have at least 3 for a battle to happen. You also want to look at your Valkyries. So I have the purple Valkyrie and an orange Valkyrie. I don't have the yellow one. So there's no battle that happened there. Let's see if you had a yellow Valkyrie. He has the yellow and the blue. So there was no battle that occurred. So he automatically gets to
Right here.
mark off this Valkyrie at the bottom. For each one of those, you get a certain amount of points. For 1, you get 1 point. 2, you get 2 points. You could get a total of 7 if you're able to mark all 5 of those off. So he gets to mark off the matching symbol here. Otherwise, if there is a battle, I'm trying to remember what happens when there was a battle. Do you remember what happens? That I don't remember.
I think you put 1 extra.
Oh, yeah, you put your cube, don't you? Don't you put your cube out if there was a battle?
Yeah. And the event of a battle, I think you put a cube.
Oh, no. You roll the Valkyrie die. The Valkyrie die.
Oh, yeah, and that determines
Okay,
how many...
Sorry, it's been like a week since we played this game. You roll a Valkyrie die. If it's that symbol...
Nothing. You get nothing.
I thought that... No, that's the good one.
Oh, yeah,
that's the one where you get to mark the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
If it's any other, that's how many of your cubes you put on that space.
The max is 2 you get.
Yeah, so you get to add your warriors or your cubes to that space, or you're hoping for the slash where you get to mark off the Valkyrie. Sorry about that. I went brain dead on that. So you just keep doing that through... as you go through the battles, look at your Valkyries and mark accordingly, or put your warriors out. So this one, there's not enough. This one, there is enough. There's more than 4 warriors, but we're tied. So in the bit of it, we never had a tie when we were playing.
Anyway, in the tie, you both go to the area there. But if it's not a tie, let's just say I have it here. So I would go here, which will allow me to get territory points, which is located right here with the little hammers right there. And she would have to put this over here, and those would be, they would go to Valhalla. And so Valhalla is right here. You notice you have to go this way. You have to kind of crisscross. And then you get points determined on how many soldiers went to Valhalla.
Yeah, you're right. They're both victorious. So in this case, we would both go up here. At the end of the round, we'll be taking those back. So none of the others qualified to battle.
I already explained the Valhalla and the territories.
Yeah, so we both get to mark the blue as we beat that one.
And the last part is right here. There's a territory. So if you win in each territory, you get 1, 3, let's see, 6, 10, 15 points. So you want to win in each territory.
And then this, you will be recording. We each pulled 3 warriors. You record here in the little...
Yeah, I'm going to explain that in the Valhalla.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I could not find that in the rule book. It was not coming. It wasn't standing out.
So that's pretty much everything.
Yeah. So hopefully our mixed up explanation helped you to decide whether this is a game you would enjoy playing. So what did you think of it?
I really like the Viking style theme. I kind of wish that there were in the cards it would show more of that theme. I do like it in the gods. I also like the map here. Now they did have a Kickstarter, which I think it had a mat, and some of the cubes were actually more
look like a little warrior.
Yeah. So, but this is the retail version. So great components, replayability, high replayability. I really like the game. It does need to have some more gods and some more cards, I would say, that do different things. I can see them expanding on this. Mechanics, really like the mechanics. It's so point salad in different ways. It's a very strategic game. There's so many things you can do. So I really like the mechanics. Overall total, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This game kind of reminds me of the games that I really enjoy, like this one, Nar, Turnanog. Yeah, like those type of games. I would say that this is probably, if you like those games, this is probably in your wheelhouse. So this is like a 9 out of 10. As we play more, it might be 9.5 out of 10. It probably won't go up to 10 until there's expansion and it adds some more complexity, some more options. But overall, just a phenomenal game. 9 out of 10. Yeah,
very strategic game. It is, I will say, it is a little bit, feels solitaire in a way, other than the drafting and then the battle phase. But, you know, I didn't mind that at all. I mean, depends on what kind of game you're in the mood for. Like, if you like roll and write and games like that, you would really, really enjoy this game. Because that's the part I enjoyed about it. The being able to strategically, when you're drafting, you're constantly referencing, especially later rounds. The first round, you're just kind of like, you have a lot more leeway because you don't have anything marked. But after that first round, you're kind of you're trying to hone it in more. So you spend a lot of time in the draft just looking at all your cards, seeing kind of quickly as you can, trying to figure out which one fits in with your strategy the best. And there's a lot to keep track of. Like I totally thought I was winning. Like I even was trash talking. Totally thought I had him beat because I was doing
105 to 94.
He got me with the sneak attack because I totally forgot when you were playing about the lands. When you beat them, you mark them off. So I wasn't really going for that. And he got, did you get all of them?
Yeah.
So he got 15 points. I got 6 points. That was basically what won it for him. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I actually marked mine after the fact because we had to remember which ones I'd actually won in the battles because I hadn't been marking that off at all. I was focused so much on the letters and trying to get more glory each time, which I failed. Like, yeah, there is so much of this game, and I could see each time you playing it how your strategy would kind of evolve a little more. And,
yeah.
But I do agree it does need more cards. I could see if you played this often how it would get kind of repetitive because that deck's pretty thin.
Yeah.
There's only 4 cards. Well, they pretty much have exactly enough cards for you to deal out 8 or 7 in a higher player count to each player. So there was no extras. We had 4 extra after dealing a dummy hand and our hand. So there's really only 12 cards extra on top of what were being dealt. So you could easily get, I don't know, it could get kind of repetitive. But the gods do also add some more excitement to it. I do agree with him. There should be more gods overall because there's only 5 of each one. So that as well would get a little repetitive if you play this game a lot. See, we don't have that luxury of playing games over and over. So games don't get stale to us right now. Maybe once we're years from now.
When we're done with the channel. And actually get to enjoy the games.
Then we'll have that luxury. Because we used to play games like that all the time. We would wear them out.
Yeah, we would play like a game, like, what was it, in Washington? We played the same game over and over for like 3 or 4 years, every weekend.
Let's see. Was it the one with that book?
Yeah.
3D something.
Yeah.
3D... They don't even make it anymore. It was Ultra.
Yeah, it's in her top 10.
Yeah, was it Ultra?
I can't remember.
The card company
I can't
made
remember.
it, right?
I can't remember.
I don't remember, but they don't make it anymore. I can't remember the name of the company that made it. It was 3D something, and it's where you are you're advertising for businesses, and it's just the mechanics and everything are just really unique with it. So games like that we tend to play a lot. Seasons, we've played that game so much. We love that game. Dice. This is all before the channel. Splendor. Yeah, we used to play them
Centric Golem.
a lot. But yeah, this is definitely they should add more cards, an expansion to add on to this. Right, I think it finished its Kickstarter recently, and now you can pre-order the game. And I think they said on their website that they're hoping for September shipment. So
What would you rate it?
I would give this an 8.
I give it a 9.
It's a solid 8 for me.
And I say if you like Nar, Turnanog, I forget what it is, you probably like this one.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's like I would if he wanted to play this game, I would definitely say yes to playing this game. It's one of those that it's I don't know, I won't say relaxing, but for me, like I like puzzles and stuff, so for me it was just it occupied my brain. So for me it is relaxing because my brain kind of tends to be all over the place. So it allowed me to focus and really just be like really hyper focused on my goal. So that type, I love that kind of thing, and that made it really fun to me. So do you have anything else you want to say? So hopefully this helped you to decide if this is a game you want to add to your collection. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave a comment or question, or if you've played this game or backed it, let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time.